Hello guys, Mystagophobia. Today I've got a build for you for the Reanimated global event. But if you like my content guys, like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the build. So our first piece of gear is the Catharsis Exotic Mask. Core attribute is a blue. Attributes are 18.8% incoming repairs and armor regen, you can max those. And the mod is 9.7% headshot damage. And if you don't have this mask yet, it is Vicious Cycle. Taking damage builds stacks to a cap of 30, each stack grants 1% damage. Weapon damage, taking damage at max stacks triggers a purge, removing all stacks and stats effects, and then dropping a healing cloud which restores 5% of max armor for 10 seconds to all allies in the cloud, which this is one of my favourite exotics. So my second piece of this build is the Badger Tough chest piece. It's 10% shotgun damage, a blue core. Attributes are 12% critical hit damage and 6% critical hit chance, and the mod is a 10% headshot damage. Try and replace the crit damage with headshot if you're going for this build. And the talent I'm using is Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, gain 1 stack each second up to a max of 9. Each stack increases weapon damage by 4% to enemies within 10 meters. That's not correct guys, they've changed that, so you'll get 3 stacks every second, so it only takes 3 seconds to get to 9 stacks now. They've changed that in the recent update. And our holster, the next piece guys, is Heartbreaker. So 2 pieces of it gives you 15% assault rifle damage and 15% LMG damage. 3 pieces 15% weapon handling, that's always good. 4 piece is Heartstopper. Headshots apply pulse for 5 seconds, which we're basing our build around headshot damage. Weapon hits on pulsed enemies adds a stack of 1% bonus armor and 1% weapon damage to pulsed enemies, up to a max of 50 stacks. 2 stacks are lost each second. The core attribute is blue. The attribute is 10% headshot damage. Our second piece of Heartbreaker are the knee pads. The core is a blue. The attributes are 10% headshot damage. Our third piece of Heartbreaker are the gloves. The core is a blue and 10% headshot damage. And our final piece of Heartbreaker and the final piece of the build is the core, a blue. Attributes are 10% headshot damage and the mod is 7.7% headshot damage. So when you get the stacks, the bonus armor from this, it will proc your chest piece talent, Intimidate. So you'll basically have that up 99% of the time, because it's easy to get bonus armor from this gear set. So the primary weapon I decided to use, which is pretty good, I've gone up about 50 ranks already. The Bighorn, the exotic assault rifle, you can only get this from the Dark Zone, a very small percentage. The legendary content guys, you can get it from the summit. I've had it from multiple times from the summit. I've had it from legendary missions as well. The talent is Big Game Hunter. When scoped, switches to semi-automatic fire mode, dealing 450% weapon damage with each shot. Headshots grant 4% headshot damage stacks up to 25 times, so 100% headshot damage when you get to full stacks, which is a lot of damage. Once at full stacks, 10 stacks decay every 4 seconds until all stacks have been removed. Headshots delay decaying of stacks, which this gun is very underrated guys. It hits really hard. These are the mods you get with it. So you're probably wondering, how do you get all the stacks with this build for the bonus armor? This is how you get it the easiest and fastest way. It's the same with the Striker gear set. I use the Rock and Roll. You can use ACS 12, but ACS 12 is the best. Core attributes are 15% shotgun damage, 8% damage to armor, 10% damage to targets out of cover, and the talent is perfectly extra, 50% magazine capacity, so you have 30 instead of obviously half of that. And that's the mod. I use this version of it because of the talent guys. You can use any version you want, but on the mods you want to put, make sure from the technician specialization, make sure you put the laser pointer on the underbarrel rail, because then when you aim at the enemies it will pulse them for you, so you don't have to hit headshots, so you can get your stacks really easy. The third weapon, the sidearm, is the Orbit. I always use this on most of my builds. 15% pistol damage, 10% damage to targets out of cover, and the talent is Perfect Finisher. Swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 35% critical hit chance and 40% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. and that's the mod. Our first skill is the Crusader Ballistic Shield. It's tier 6 because we have 6 blues. You can change this build how you like, guys. I prefer to be really tanky, and you get a lot of damage from it because of all the headshot damage as well. But it's personally up to you how many cores or red cores you use. But these are the mods I have as well on the shield. So our second skill is the Holographic Decoy, just to aggro the enemies. You're tier 1 because you have the Technician Specialization, so you have a free skill tier. And those are the 2 mods I have on the decoy. But this is the overall build, guys, the 4-piece Heartbreaker. So when you get the bonus armour from using the ACS-12 with the linked laser pointer from the Technician Specialization, you'll easily get loads of bonus armour, and when you get that bonus armour it will proc Intimidate, which gives you a lot of damage when you have bonus armour. And while you're getting shot with all that bonus armour, you'll get the stacks from the Catharsis, which will give you a lot of weapon damage as well, and you're shooting them in the head with the bighorn, which you get loads of headshot damage. That's the overall build, guys. Shield and decoy. I'll show you the stats for it now. So chance and damage I've not stacked into that at all. I've stacked straight into headshot damage. I've got 172.4% headshot damage with the bighorn now, but when you get the stacks you get 100% headshot damage out of max stacks, so I'll be at 272% headshot damage, which is a hell of a lot of headshot damage. But they're the stats for that gun. For my shotgun, 134% headshot damage and critting, and then the pistol we have 187% headshot damage. I'd recommend with your secondary, guys, if you don't have the shotgun that I have, run Preservation, so if you actually do lose armour you can get your armour back because of that talent. I'll just scroll down the rest of the stats for you now. So the specialization I'm using is the Technician. The reason I'm using the Technician is for the linked laser pointer, which you can put that on your shotgun for the stacks. When you aim at them it will automatically pulse them, so you'll get your stacks really easy. You've got the free skill tier, 15% assault rifle damage for the bighorn, 15% shotgun damage for the shotgun that you're using, and 15% for the sidearm. But this is the build that I've been using on this global event, guys. But give it a go, guys. Let me know what you think of it if you are using it. But thanks for watching and happy hunting.